What's in the box?
Hercules.
As of this past weekend, a new retelling of the famous myth of Hercules has just roared into theaters, starring the artist formerly known as The Rock. And it just goes to show you that the role of Hercules is to big, beefy muscle men what the role of Hamlet is to British actors. The role they were born to play. And 31 years before Brett Ratner's new film, Lou Ferrigno thought that playing the son of Zeus would be his big ticket to post-Incredible Hulk fame. Instead, it was his ticket to 2 Razzie nominations and a guaranteed spot at every comic book convention in the history of ever. And rightfully so, because the 1983 version of Hercules is insanely bad, and on a level of awfulness that makes me amazed that this was released by a studio as major as MGM in wide release. And yet, I loved every minute of this movie. In fact, Hercules may be one of the most consistently enjoyable and charmingly stupid bad movies I've seen in a long time. If you love any of the numerous Conan ripoffs pumped out of Italy in the 80s and inevitably parodied on Mystery Science Theater 3000, Hercules is a shining, shimmering example of that genre. Awful dubbing,
Want to serve the gods?
campy overacting,
Your mother is in danger! Come! What?
and dollar store special effects. It's a version of the Hercules legend that manages to be even more cartoony than the Disney version, which was an actual cartoon! Part of that can be blamed on some of the silliest dubbing this side of a Jackie Chan movie, which was sadly necessary in the case of Lou Ferrigno. You see, if you've heard Lou Ferrigno in real life, you know he's partially deaf and sounds like this.
Please get your hand out of my face and stop calling me Hulk.
And so the filmmakers decided to dub him over so he sounded like this.
I will take your daughter to Athens, sire.
Because it'd be weird to have an invincible man god that talked like this.
I told that douchebag Kevin that I want you to have the exclusive back on my house. So, just call me or just text me.
Anyway, on to the plot. And since it's impossible for me to sum up all the batshit insanity of this movie in 7 minutes, let me try my best to sum up. We open with Zeus stroking his obviously fake beard and wondering how to even the odds in the struggle between mere mortals and the forces of evil, led by the dreaded King Minos and his daughter, Ariana. His solution is to create a man stronger and smarter than any other, and out of a ball of light, Hercules is born, apparently without a penis. Herc is abandoned as a baby and thought dead after Minos takes over the Theban Empire, and after both his adoptive parents get killed as well, he sets out to find out why his strength brings so much sorrow and endures his famed 12 labors at the hands of both the opposed gods and the evil King Minos. And wackiness ensues. Look, all that matters is that Hercules punches things and flexes his muscles like in any good Hercules movie, and that's what you get here. Not to mention he gets to team up with a fair share of smoking hot babes, as well as face against some claymation monsters concocted by Minos and his sorceress, which grow when they hit the Earth's atmosphere.
Go, my little metallic friend. Turn into the colossal exterminator you really are.
Meanwhile, a young Rita Repulsa was watching this movie in a theater and got an idea.
Make my monster grow!
Though I'm not by any means an expert on Greek mythology, all of this silliness in the plot actually seems to be not too far off from the same grandiose quality of the original stories of Hercules, even though it takes plenty of liberties. Now granted, that doesn't make the movie any more respectable or the special effects any less laughable, but I find it insanely admirable that the filmmakers tried to maintain the epic qualities of Greek myth, even if it looks silly as shit. And special effects like these are fun as hell to watch nowadays when most modern filmmakers are shoving heartless, manufactured CGI down our throats. They may look cheap, but they were made with love and care, and I dig that. And did I mention that Hercules throws a fucking bear into space in this movie? That's all you need to know! This is the greatest movie ever made! Fuck you, Orson Welles, you just got served! Okay, I'm exaggerating, but Hercules truly is B-movie cheese at its absolute finest. Not good by any actual definition of the word good, but funny as hell and entertaining to boot. Those damned Italians know how to tickle my bad movie bone, and if you are a self-respecting connoisseur of bad movies, you owe it to yourself to check this one out. Not to mention, a fucking bear gets thrown into fucking space. Does that happen in the Grand Budapest Hotel? Nope, it doesn't. Enough said. Now bow down to the altar of Dionysus and watch this movie the way it was meant to be seen. Drunk, It's time to play the drinking game. Take a shot or drink every time Hercules gets into another fight. King Minos mentions working with the forces of
Science, science, science.
Science!
Someone reacts dramatically to getting shot or stabbed.
Message for you, son.
The gods decide to intervene into Hercules' quest with
The powers of bad overlay effects.
the editor stretches the movie out with
The powers of slow motion.
Wait, how the hell am I doing that? Minos' monsters sound like Salacious Crumb having an orgasm. And take a double shot when you witness the greatest thing ever put to film. Seriously, put the scene on a loop for 90 minutes and release it into theaters, and it will win every Oscar. I guarantee you. And on the nudity watch, well, we get plenty of side boob from Hercules' lady love and plenty of Sybil Danning's boobs threatening to pop out of her bustier, but sadly, no actual boobs. So here's a clip from Howling 2 instead. On the enjoyableness continuum scale from Bull to Bruce, Hercules goes the distance and ends up right where it belongs at a 9 out of 10. If you want your Hercules movie free of Brett Ratner, now you know where to go. I'm Jesse Shade for JoBlo.com, and the next time you go in for a job interview, show the employer that clip of Hercules throwing a bear into space instead of giving him a resume. You will be made president of that company within an hour. I promise you this.
Joe Blow, he sure likes to drink a lot. Joe Blow won't just movie like the heroine. Joe Blow, he's not just like the summer high. Joe Blow.
Hey everyone, Jesse Shade here from Awfully Good Movies. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me take on more good bad movies, click on any of the links you see here, or subscribe to see this show alongside all the great content that we offer here at JoBlo.com. And remember, I love you. Wait, that sounded wrong. But I do love you though.